story. I can't tell it. I'll let Jeff tell it. But it was a really interesting Chuck E. Cheese Scientology place. I'll tell one part of it. We were like standing outside of it, looking in like the window at like they have like all the books lined up like in every fucking language. They had like Russian, Chinese, Arabic, Spanish, Dianetics, L. Ron Hubbard books. And just like wondering at like everything, like what the fuck is this place? Like what do you do here? You just buy the book? And this guy saunters out of the fucking store. Like he moves so erratically and unnaturally, like he's like wearing Heelys or something. I wasn't really sure like where his legs began and where his torso began. He was dressed like a fucking like Men in Black guy. He like walks up and he like looks at me and he's like, "Have you ever seen a bookstore before? Do you know what a bookstore is?" And he's like, he's so pissed off, and I'm like, I was just like, did I say no? I almost wanted to like ask, like, I don't know. I've never been to one. Can you explain to me what you do there? Have you ever seen a book? How long are you going to loiter outside? Zeno is waiting for you. And then another guy came out who was like really nice and just like handed me a personality test thing, like a pamphlet, and was telling me like I can take this test and figure out what my strengths and weaknesses are, and the test only takes like 30-40 minutes. And I ended up going inside there and I went inside the Scientology place. They made me put latex gloves on for some reason. I don't really know if it was because of COVID or if it was because of the Scientology. I'm not gonna tell this story because I feel like someone else could tell it way better. But they have my favorites. Oh my god, is that it? Oh my god, really? My hands are really fucking sweaty too. They probably knew. They even put like a fucking temperature gun on my head when I came through the door, and they said that I felt cold. I remember the lady like looked at me in the eyes, hovering this fucking temperature gun over my forehead, and she made eye contact with me and said, "You're very cold." That's all she said to me. Did they scan my fucking brain? They have my hand sweat DNA on the gloves. I threw the gloves away in the fucking wastebasket in the Scientology place. I was originally gonna put them in my purse because I have this habit. I don't know what you guys do with your trash when you go out, but I'm like the type of person where I just make it a habit to just like stuff trash in my purse, as long as it's not like dirty, like filthy, like food shit. If I have like a wrapper or something, I just like shove it in my purse to throw it away at home. I take my trash home with me. Oh my god, there's gonna be a... I don't know how I feel about this. I'm in charge of my own cloning operation right now, and I don't know how I feel about Scientology getting their hands on my DNA and possibly making more clones and doing God knows what with them. They're going to start... Yeah, it's gonna be like a war of the clones. It's gonna be like the Scientology Nyan clones versus like the clones that I made. It'll be like fucking Bring It On. Like me and my my fucking clones are like the visiting girls. Like they're all really awkward and like need like a really good pep talk with inspirational montage music. And then the other Nyan clones, the Scientology ones, are like the fucking bad bitches. They roll up there effortlessly and just fucking wipe the floor with us. Oh god. Yeah, Tom Cruise is gonna lead the army of my Scientology clones. Fuck! No! I didn't think about it this way. No! gloves. They definitely harvest those gloves, don't they? They have my fucking temperature reading somewhere in a database. My cold temperature. I gave them a fake name though. It wasn't my idea to give a fake name. The only fake name I could think of was Natasha, which is only one letter off from Nyatasha, my real name, my real legal name. Cause I was like panicking. I had a mask on and I was trying so fucking hard not to laugh. I didn't want to be rude. Like, I know, like, Scientology, like, oh, it's so kooky and weird, but, like, these are still, like, people, you know? Like, you don't want to, like, laugh, like, burst out laughing in some, like, nice old lady's face. Even if it's, like, a weird Scientology lady that's gonna harvest your DNA. So I was just, like, standing there, shaking from trying not to laugh. With my mask on. My mouth is, like, twitching and about to like snap. Like the muscles holding my lips together are about to fucking snap like a rubber band. Trying not to laugh. It felt like an episode of Documental in real life. Have you ever seen that show? It's like they trap a bunch of comedians in a room and they have to try really hard over the course of like 6 hours to make each other laugh. And if they laugh, they lose. They get kicked out. And it's all for like $10,000. And yeah, it was like that. And fucking I won't tell us like very much of the story because it won't be good when I tell it. But I was trying really, really hard not to laugh. Rolling up to the Scientology place. And fucking the Jeff that I was with, the Jeff Aethelstan is approached by this nice Scientology lady, and she asked him for his name, and he said, "Oh, my name's Roger," and which isn't his name, obviously. His name is Aethel, obviously. But no, it was a fake name. And I was like, shit, we're giving fake names? Like, oh yeah, like, mentally, I'm thinking like, yeah, we should probably not tell them our real life personal information. Cause like, they already have my fucking hand and temperature DNA. So, my mind's racing. I'm like standing there, like, trying so hard not to fucking crack up. And I'm thinking like, shit, what fake name? And I say, she turns to me and points and she's like, and you are? And I'm like, Natasha, I'm Natasha. I like said it with a slight like fake accent too. Cause I was but in my mind, as I was going through this like contact list of fake names I could use, I was thinking like, oh, I should try to be alliterative. Like have some alliteration, like his name is Roger, my name should be like Randall or something. I was trying to think of a girl's name that starts with an R and I couldn't think of anything, and then I thought like, oh, I'll just say like Randall. But then I thought like the instant that name leaves my mouth, it's over. Like I had to play it straight. Like if I said like, if I turned to the Scientology lady and I just said, hi, I'm Randall. I would have fucking lost my shit. Yeah, there's like Roxanne, Rebecca, Rose, like, come on, you guys. If you were in my position trying really hard not to laugh in a fucking Scientology place, about to take a personality test to tell how many thetans are in your bloodstream to praise the Lord Xenu, would you be able to think of a girl's name that starts with an R? I don't think so. But maybe I'm the Scientology clone. Rebecca, I love you, Rebecca. Oh yeah, I could have said Ratasha. Ratasha, really? tense up every muscle in my body to not laugh. I was fucking sweating. It was physically painful. And then I said my fake name, which he like made fun of me for. Motherfucker. He was like, you couldn't think of a better name than Natasha? I was like, man, fuck you. Like, you try to think of a girl's name that starts with an R. I was about to say fucking Randall and like throw up. I was literally about to throw up in my face mask in front of this Scientology lady. Yeah, my name isn't Natasha, it's Natasha. I'm Rachel. Rachel! Where's Rachel? I call her Rachel. But yeah, you always come up with like the best things to say. It's like when you're in the shower after you have an argument with someone and you think of like the best comeback. Like 5 hours later in the shower, you're like, fuck! I could have said like something really witty and cool, but no, it's too late now. That's what it felt like. But so she asked for our names and he said Roger, I said Natasha, and then she like pointed at us and she's like, oh, and you guys like, what's your like relation to each other? And he goes, oh, we're brother and sister. And I was just like standing there like quaking, like trying really hard not to laugh. And this lady takes us over to this table, gets a couple clipboards out with like a little sheets to fill out with all of our personal information. And we're like standing like a few feet apart filling out these sheets, and I'm like, shit, he said we're brother and sister, and like I know my name's Natasha, his name's Roger. I'm like trying to look over at his sheet to see what fucking name he put as his last name because I didn't know, he didn't say it out loud. And I was like, this lady's staring at me like I can tell that she thinks like, I don't know what she thought. Like maybe she thought I was on something and didn't even remember my own last name. Cause I was just like doing this awkward like you're trying to cheat off of someone's test, like very inconspicuously, off of his fucking like sign up sheet. And I see him writing like R-O-O, and I couldn't really read the rest of it because his handwriting is like honestly really shitty. And I'm like squinting at it like, what does that say? And he wrote Rupert. But I thought I didn't know. But yeah, I was looking over, trying to figure out what the fuck he was writing. I couldn't really discern the last few letters of what he was writing. I had to like ask him later, like, what the fuck was your last name, bro? And he's like, oh, it was Rupert. And I fucking had to do like a doctor's signature while writing my last name. I just kind of like went like R-O-O-S and did like a little fucking squiggle. And we filled out the sheet, and she was like, okay, so the personality test will take just like half an hour to an hour. And he was like, oh shit, we don't have time for that, we gotta go. She just like handed us these pamphlets. I still have the pamphlet in my purse. I actually like filled out the personality test, and I kind of want to like mail it in and see what I get. I want to see what my results are. They also said like we have to take like an IQ test. Honestly, I'm glad that we didn't take the IQ test because I would have been clowned down. I would have been clowned on really hard for my score on that. Don't mail it, they'll get your address. Can't I just like, I don't know, can I send something from an undisclosed address and just like pop it in one of those mailbox things on the side of the road? Don't worry, I'll put ricin on it. No, I'm just kidding, in Minecraft. I put ricin on a mail envelope in Minecraft to grieve someone else's Minecraft server. In Minecraft! They already have my DNA. It's only a matter of time before they come kick down my fucking door. And they have the little like light stick thing that they flash in your eyes. And erase all of my memory of the last weekend. I won't even remember that I was Natasha Rupert.